Hey everybody. All right. Hey Golden Girls, and welcome to our summer camp program series number 1. So the first thing that if you're going to go to summer camp, you got to prepare your going away most times, away from your home. You might actually not doing a sleepaway camp, but maybe you're just doing a camp that is a day camp and you're going and you're coming back home, whatever the case may be. So, with this particular camp program that we are launching here, this particular program is designed to help you feel like when you leave to go do a Mary Kay appointment or you go to do a Mary Kay sharing opportunity or you go to a Mary Kay meeting, that when you leave and you come back, that you have something changing in your business by the time you come back and do the next one. So it's kind of like summer camp. We go away, we meet new friends, right? We go away to camp, we do activities. We go away to camp, we build friendships. We go away to camp, we eat great food, and we share like things, like activities. And then we wake up the next day and we do the exact same thing. The difference is when you go to summer camp, it costs you money. And in Mary Kay, you make money. So our summer camp program is just going to be a week-long program, just like any other type of summer camp or maybe a Bible study camp or something like that. There's all kinds of things out there that kids have the opportunity to be part of. Well, now it's time for the adults to have time to do something for them. And so I thought that this idea of doing a summer camp would be an opportunity for you to really wrap your head around the new seminar year, start to think about what it is you truly, truly want from your Mary Kay business and how you're going to make it happen. The hard part is when I'm doing these videos, I'm not with you. So sometimes I like to do dialogue with you and practice and have that feedback back to back. So what I am going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to find a buddy that you can work with today. So you're watching this video on Tuesday. So today, who can be your buddy that you can reach out to in our group? And you can get the list of the people from our Voxer group. Who's somebody that you can reach out to? And the rule that I'm going to ask, and I could easily assign you a buddy, but I think sometimes we work better when we don't know somebody and we pick somebody that's in the Voxer group. Or maybe we had a connection with somebody a long time ago and now we want to reconnect. It's kind of like that first day of summer camp when you go and you meet a new friend because you've been put into a group. And so when you're put into a group, you're forced to meet new people. So I want you to think about it like that. I want you to force yourself to find somebody new. Find a new buddy, maybe somebody that you don't know well in our success meetings, and maybe she's a new consultant, maybe she's a seasoned consultant, but maybe you haven't even had an opportunity to meet her. Now is your time. Reach out to that buddy and find a buddy and box her. Say to her, hey, I'd love to be your buddy. Did you watch the video yet? And then all you have to do is let me know who that buddy is. And that will be assignment number 1 for you, or should I say activity number 1 for you, is to find that buddy and let me know who that buddy is going to be. Okay, so let's talk about when we go to camp. When we go to summer camp, we have bags, right? Sometimes we have our lunch with us if it's a day camp. And then also our dress and our attire is so important. So many times with camp, I remember when my kids even went, that they would always send you a list of things to wear and not to wear, right? So I wanted to model for you tonight. And you can see I am in a professional dress. Okay, you can't really see the whole length unless maybe I can go back here. I have a dress on. Oh, you can't. Okay, well, anyway, you get the idea. I'm wearing a professional dress, shoes that make me feel confident, and then I have on my independent beauty consultant jacket or my coat. And I want to talk a little bit about the beauty coat. The beauty coat is something that really, I believe, has become a tool of success in my Mary Kay business because it takes the guessing out of what am I going to wear to that appointment. When you have your beauty coat on, It is sharp, it is professional, and it has a symbolism. People realize that you are a professional when you have a business coat on. I also have my name tag. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to put on here every single pin that you have ever earned and put it on your Mary Kay beauty coat. Don't do that. Okay, you definitely don't want to do that. But what you do want to do is you want to have something that makes you feel confident. So let's talk about dress code. When we have our success meetings and we have guests present at any of our success meetings, we always 100% want to make sure that our attire is professional. Skirted outfit. It can be a skirt, it can be a dress, it can be a business suit with a skirt, it can be anything like that. So our dress code is one that Mary Kay Ash started years ago, and we've asked, the company's asked us to continue that throughout because it is an image. And you know, you're never going to look at a woman who's beautifully decked out and say to her, oh my gosh, you just look horrible. No, you're never going to say that. People are going to look amazing when they're dressed up and they're professional and they have a skirted outfit on. So you may want to find that one dress. A lot of times I tell consultants, buy a black skirt, change the top, wear your beauty coat, you're set, right? Easy peasy. And most people have a black skirt in their closet. Nothing that makes you feel uncomfortable, something that makes you feel comfortable. There's so many maxi dresses this time of year and summer dresses this time of year. It's so simple, and actually it's cooler for many of us to wear dresses anyway, and it looks professional. So your image is important. Also, what you bring to summer camp is always important. You don't want to bring so much that the camp counselor says to you, oh my gosh, you've got too much. But what you want to do in Mary Kay is you want to bring enough for everybody, but not an overload to make you, first of all, be strained, but also to make your job look challenging. So think about that when you're packing for your skincare class. So think about your starter kit, okay? What comes in your starter kit? Well, the image of an independent beauty consultant with her starter kit, here's a perfect example with our Start magazine, looks something like this, okay? Sharp and professional. She's got her beauty coat. I mean, she's got her dress, her professional image, no beauty coat, but she's got her starter kit bag. That starter kit bag, you guys, can be filled with all of the things that you need to be able to have a successful party. Think about this for a second. Think about how many times you've come to a Monday night success meeting and sometimes you're not sure what to bring. If your bag is always packed, you never have to ever ask, what do I bring? Because it's already going to be in there. So what do you bring? Obviously, your profiles, your trays, and your mirrors, everything you need to set up for an independent facial or skincare class. You need a profile card that she's going to go ahead and fill out. You need to make sure that you have something to put the money into. You can earn a money bag as a new independent beauty consultant, but if you don't earn one and you want to earn one, ask me about it. Say to me, hey, I never got a money bag. I'd love to earn a money bag. What would I need to do to get a money bag? I'd be happy to give you a personal challenge to earn a money bag, because some people, you know, in that money bag, you're going to put pens, you're going to put a calculator, maybe you're going to have a credit card swiper, whatever you choose to do, it's going to all be in there. So why am I going through all the basics, like as a brand new beauty consultant? Well, I'm doing that because many of you who are watching this video are seasoned consultants, but sometimes we also need refreshers. I find so often that there are many independent beauty consultants who know their business so well, but they're unorganized. And sometimes new consultants who come into their business are so organized and so focused, but they don't have the skill yet, and they need to learn the skill. So wherever you fall in, it's our job and my job to train you and help you to make sure that you have the tools that you need. So let's talk about something for a minute. When you started your Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, you may or may not have this incredible Start magazine. This Start magazine is a magazine that launches independent beauty consultants' businesses, and it's fantastic. And it says that there's 6 steps to success. Okay, so the first one is to read their magazine and watch the Skincare Party how-to video. Let me ask you this question. When is the last time you had me or your recruiter with you at a skincare party? You're probably saying never, or maybe 2 years ago or 5 years ago. You might say recently, but for the most part, it's going to probably be a while ago for many of you. You know, on July 1st, when we launched our first new independent beauty consultant of the new year, Dawn, and I was at her house, I want to give you an example of something that happened that day. The first person who went to close her sale took a sales ticket and goes, oh, I'll fill it out. She goes to fill out her sales ticket, and I noticed that she was ordering the skincare. And she had seen that there were different sets available and was interested in getting the full set, but didn't think that she can go ahead and afford all of that today. So I said to her, well, what's on your wish list? Let's go ahead and fill it out. So what that did is that engaged in a conversation for me to have with that customer to be able to help her find what it was that she wanted in an affordable way. See, guys, it's not always about the sale. It's about how you help that new customer. This customer wanted everything, but knew she couldn't afford it all. So it was my job to assist her in helping her be able to do what she can afford, and then booking an opportunity to be able to have other friends another time to be able to get more free product. So I hope that makes sense. Sometimes people will fill out a sales ticket, or if you're doing the individual close and you ask her the questions at the end of the individual close about the party. So the first one would be, did you have fun tonight? Great. How does your skin feel? I know, doesn't it feel wonderful? Well, awesome. Well, let me ask you something. If money was no object, what would you go home with tonight? Which of the sets? Because now I'm assuming that she's looking at a set close sheet. It's her job to look at that sheet, make her decision. So sometimes people will steer away from a set because they think that they're going to spend less money if they don't buy a set. What happened in this case of this customer is she actually had about 8 items on her list and ordered the whole thing, and there was no skincare. Meanwhile, she had been telling me how incredible her skin felt. So I simply said to her, may I ask you why you don't have skincare on here? And she said, well, I want all of these items, and for the price I'm going to pay for that, then to the price I'm going to get for skincare, it would make sense for me to get all the items and just hold off on the skincare. And I said to her, well, actually, did you know that for just $25 you can get a travel set and you can get started for about 3 weeks and see how you like it, see how your skin changes and acclimates to the new product line, and then we can go ahead and order the full size set in a few weeks when you'll get your next paycheck and you'll have an opportunity to get more product. And she goes, absolutely, that is awesome. Add that into my list. So see, again, I could have easily taken her lead on the sale with not purchasing the skincare and not said a word, or I could have asked her, guys, this is not a pushy type of independent beauty consultant. This is somebody who is persistent but cares about the person. I didn't push skincare on her. What I simply said was, you've shared so much about your skin tonight and how amazing it feels. I would love for you to go home and not go home and wash with your Dove soap bar. I want you to use the skincare you used tonight because I know you love it. So let me ask you, why are you not getting the skincare? And the answer was so simple. I rather get 8 items as opposed to 1 set. So when I simply explained the travel set, it was an easy add-on purchase. So I hope that makes sense. The second thing that the 6 steps to success in this book talks about is taking advantage of those in the know. In other words, reaching out. Here in this situation, reaching out to your buddy. I just gave you your first assignment to find a buddy that you can run with tomorrow and reach out to them and share some of the ideas you have after watching this video. I'm sorry, I've been talking all night. My throat's dry, so I want to get a quick sip. Okay, number 3. Check out these time-sensitive offers that Mary Kay has on In Touch. Well, for a consultant who's seasoned, they don't have as many time-sensitive offers except for monthly promotions that their sales director or Mary Kay Corporate is running. Right now, we happen to have double credit promotion in the month of July. So if you want to have your team building double and have less effort and be able to have the rewards for the whole rest of the 11 months in Mary Kay, well, it's time to team build this month. There is no more wasting. So assignment number 2. I would like you to put together a list of anybody and anybody that you would love to have on your team. Next to it, would love for you to have the opportunity to write next to it if you've ever shared with that person. And if it was a while ago, write approximately how long. So your list might look something like this. Kathy, Susie, and Mary. Kathy, Susie, and Mary are the three people that you shared the Mary Kay business opportunity with within the last 5 years. They never signed, but you shared it with them. Okay? And you're going to have the dates if you can remember. Then you might have a list of other names, and maybe that looks like Jenny, Valerie, and Vicki. Now those people, those three names, might be people that you recently have met within the last 2 weeks at an independent party. You were the sales consultant and you had somebody that was a hostess and you met them at a party and you thought that they would be great in Mary Kay and you offered the business opportunity to them. The third group of names, okay, they might be people, let's say we've got Gloria and we've got Sue and we've got Linda. Now those three people were people that you shared the Mary Kay business opportunity with before. They actually were independent beauty consultants, but they stopped their business for whatever reason. Have you ever thought about revisiting those people? So when we start to think and talk about team building, many times people immediately think of the people right now, present, who's in your walk of life. Who are the people that you can ask? I want you to break out of that. I want you to think about not only the current people, but former consultants and maybe people that you haven't revisited in a while, because this is the month to do it. That's assignment number 2. The next part of the 6 steps to success talks about getting to know Mary Kay Ash. Let me ask you something. When is the last time you read the Mary Kay autobiography? You know, at camp, sometimes there's downtime or what they call quiet time, and a lot of times you'll find kids who are reading. How about taking some time this week to pull out maybe your Mary Kay autobiography? You all got it in your starter kit. Reread it. Even if you can't get through the whole thing this week, take some time to read it and learn the story of Mary Kay. The next thing that they recommend is setting up your office. Oh, okay, let's talk about this one real quick. Some of you are obsessed with organization, and some of you have no clue how to even do organization. All right, so let's talk about how does that look? How does somebody go from either being wicked organized or somebody who walks into Mary Kay as a business opportunity and has zero organization? Okay, have a place for your stuff. Have an organized binder, folder, something that you can separate your stuff. The one problem I see is sometimes consultants will take every single piece of paper that they ever had and they will put it into a folder. And then when they go to look for it, they got to scroll through the folder, and what they wind up finding is they can't find the paper because it's 40 pages back. Maybe put dividers in and allow yourself a organized New Year binder and separate it by category. So maybe one section will be on booking. Maybe one section will be on current promotions in Mary Kay. Every single piece of it will have a different section in your binder so you can feel more organized. Organize your inventory. Make sure you know what you have that you can sell, because if you don't know what you have, how can you sell product without knowing? I remember years ago as a new consultant, oh my gosh, my adoptive director used to always say, be smart about inventory. If you have inventory, look at your shelf, and if you have 10 of something, let's say you have 10 Skin Vigorate brushes because you ordered them at the flash sale, and you need to move them, then that Skin Vigorate brush becomes your best friend. You start sharing that Skin Vigorate brush at every party, every facial. You talk about it at reorders. Maybe you do a video and you post it live on your Facebook page for your customers. But you do everything you can to move those Skin Vigorate brushes. You're not going to not talk about something you don't have to show and romance the item. You're going to focus on the item that you do have, and that's the item that people will always want. Many times, my director years ago used to always say, if you have one color lipstick on, they're going to want that color, because they're going to say, I love the way your lips look. What color do you have on? And you guys, every single class I ever did, somebody would always say, well, I like what you have on. What do you think? Do you have that in stock? So that is very, very common. So organization is something that you want to master, and you want to make sure that you have a way to make sure that you feel organized this seminar year. Next assignment. Get a binder, get some kind of notebook scheduling together that you can have sections in your notebook. One of the great ways that I love to do it is with a leads notebook. So any potential lead that I have, if I think of a name, or if I go to a mall show, whatever, I just take their papers and I just put them in. And sometimes it's mall show names, sometimes it's something like this on the back of a business card. Sometimes I'll find, I'll have a business card of somebody's. Sometimes, and I've talked to them. Sometimes I just have little sticky notes of somebody that I met. I've had pieces of paper plates from picnics I've been to. I mean, it's really kind of funny. But you want to make sure that you're always marking in that your communication. So LM left a message for her, sent something to her, whatever the case may be, whatever it was that you did. But make sure you're always marking in your leads notebook your situation with that person, okay? Because you want to track that. That's being organized. And then the last piece, number 6, is know that we care. Have fun with your business, knowing you might be in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. Utilizing your company. Mary Kay, the company, is so amazing to all of us, and they give us so many amazing perks. But I also want you to remember to always reach out. If you're not having a great day, it's really easy for you to go to somebody else and throw up all over them and tell them how awful your day was. And they're going to usually say, oh my God, I totally know what you're talking about. I had the worst day at work too. However, if you had somebody who lifted you up, your conversation might be a little bit different. Especially when you're going to reach for a goal and maybe you're short of that goal, that person is going to be your pump up. That person is going to be the person who helps you, who truly, truly helps you move forward in your business. I want you to think about that person. I want you to think about how you can help your business by using the resources available to you with people who have done what you want to do. Always reaching up is one of the greatest things that you can ever do. Go on to In Touch and look at the national stories, or maybe find some top sales directors on Voxer that are available to you with trainings. I send you guys several things, but there are things out there. How about calling in the $1 million call, the $1 million message every single day? If you need that phone number, let me know. Maybe get in the habit of doing that for the rest of July. Every day, call in the $1 million message and listen to what those top directors have to say. There's always ways for you to reach out, without a doubt, but make sure that the person you're reaching up to is somebody that you want to get into their position. You want to have that be a person that you can look up to and get advice from. You never want to ask somebody for advice who isn't doing anything, right? You want to learn from the best. So if there's somebody super in the meeting that week, talk to her, ask her questions, find out how she can help you be a better independent beauty consultant. Mary Kay always said, if I have an idea and you have an idea and we keep them to ourselves, we have one. But if I have an idea and you have an idea and we share them, now we each have 2. And isn't that the way you want your business to grow? You want to be able to help each other. Okay, so week 1, getting it all together and learning how to get organized, to feel structured, and kind of like you got everything ready to go for this week. Most of you came to the success meeting tonight and you're probably pretty revved up and ready to start. So I'm going to ask you, your next assignment is to take this My Dreams Matter sheet, and I'd like you to fill it in, and I'd like you to text me or Vox it over to me, either way. So Vox it by picture or text it by picture by the end of tomorrow night, actually tonight. So you're watching this Tuesday, and by the end of tonight, if you can, or early Wednesday morning is fine as well. And I'd like to be able to read what you've written on here about what exactly you need to change in order to get to the place that you want to be. We are going to, for the month of July, use a weekly activity tracking, and it looks like this, and I handed these out at the meeting last night. This weekly tracker is going to be part of this program for the next 3 weeks. We're going to actually track our success, and then we're going to do an evaluation from our summer camp group in August and see where we end up. Okay? I am totally confident with the tools that I have in place for you that you are going to feel ready to go, and you're going to feel like your business is going to do a 360 this year. So take all those points that I gave you, those little assignments. If you need to go back and watch the video, you can. And just give yourself the time and the commitment to really focus and make the summer camp the best ever. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.